Welcome to physics classes. In our last class, I had discussed about the types of waves that are longitudinal and transverse waves, and also about mechanical and non-mechanical waves. And I also given the basic idea about the displacement relation. And in today's lecture, I am going to discuss about the terminology involved in the displacement relation. What is the displacement relation for a wave? We have y of x comma t is equal to a sin of kx minus omega t plus phi. This is the displacement relation we have. And what is a here? A is the amplitude. A is the amplitude of the wave, and k is the wave number. K is the wave number, and omega is the angular frequency. Angular frequency. And phase phi is the phase. This is the wave equation we have, and we will discuss about amplitude, wave number, phase, angular frequency in this lecture. And here x is the position of the wave, x is the position of the particles, x is the position of the particles, and t is the time. T is the time, at what time the particle is moving from its equilibrium position, right? And y is the displacement of the particle. This is the displacement of the particle. So as this is the displacement of the particle, in x-axis we will have the position of the wave. In x-axis we have position of the wave. Here the displacement of the particle and wave direction are perpendicular to each other. Okay, as this is a transverse wave, I am considering the transverse wave. For easy understanding purpose, I am considering the transverse wave, and I will discuss the terminology involved in this equation. Okay, let's discuss. Amplitude. Coming to amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the particle from its equilibrium position. For example, I have a waveform. This is a waveform I have, and this is the equilibrium position of the particles. Okay, whenever this wave is traveling from one point to another point along x-axis, what happens? These particles, the particles from its equilibrium position will be displaced. These particles from its equilibrium positions will be displaced. Okay, and the maximum displacement of the particle. The maximum displacement. For example, have a particle here. This particle is displaced to this distance. Okay, so this is the maximum displacement of this particle, and the particle here is displaced to this distance, and the particle here is displaced through this distance. Okay, this displacement is known as amplitude. Maximum displacement of the particle is known as amplitude. This is amplitude. Okay, and the particles are displacing along positive y-axis and also along negative y-axis, but the amplitude is always positive. Always. Why? Because we are considering the maximum displacement of the particle. If you take the negative displacement, okay, it will be the minimum displacement. But here amplitude is nothing but the maximum displacement of the particle. ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ కవర్ చేసింది పార్టికల్. ఒకవేళ నెగిటివ్ యాక్సిస్లో తీసుకున్నా కూడా, ఈ నెగిటివ్ యాక్సిస్లో కూడా ఏమవుతుంది? ఈ పాయింట్ నుంచి ఈ పాయింట్కి డిస్ప్లేస్ అయింది అని చెప్తాం, కానీ నెగిటివ్ యాక్సిస్లో డిస్ప్లేస్ అయిందని చెప్పాం. Therefore this amplitude will be always positive. And coming to phase, which is denoted with phi. Okay, if I have a particle, if I have a single particle, okay, and this particle is oscillating about its equilibrium position. This is the equilibrium position of this particle. This particle is oscillating about its equilibrium position. Initially it is at 0 position, then after it covered pi distance. Pi is nothing but 180 degrees. Okay, and then after it returned to this position and it covered a distance of pi, right? So from here to here pi, and from here to here pi plus pi. Totally we have 360 degrees, which is nothing but 2 pi. Okay, so here phase is nothing but the distance covered by this particle to complete one oscillation. To complete one oscillation, what is phi? The distance covered by the particle. The distance covered by the particle. If this is the waveform I have, initially the particle is here, initially the wave is here, and before reaching the origin, here phi is 90 degrees. Before reaching the origin, phi is 90 degrees. Okay, if you consider this part, phi is from point here to here, from this point to this point, pi is phi, which is 180 degrees. And if you consider this portion of this wave, the phase here is 360 degrees. Okay, so this distance is nothing but 180 degrees. Here this phi gives us the location of the point, in time t, on the waveform. This is the waveform I have. Okay, and in time t, where is the point located? I want to find out. Okay, this phi gives us a location of that point, and this phi occurs regularly in equal intervals of time. That means as the position of the wave changes, initially the wave is here, then after it traveled to a distance of x and it covered some more distance, and then after it keeps on going. Okay, so this phi is nothing but, this phi occurs in equal interval of time. Here phi occurs equal intervals of time, See, if I am considering this portion, okay, and the time taken to travel this wave from this point to this point, okay, will be equal to time taken to travel this wave from this point to this point, and it is also equal to time taken to travel this wave from this point to this point. Here time remains constant, and this phi is nothing but phase. This is the phase of the wave, this is the phase of the wave. This remains constant. The phase always remains constant. Phase is nothing but here angle. Okay, it may be 90 degrees, 360 degrees, 180 degrees, whatever. The angle of this wave, the phase angle of this wave always remains constant, and it occurs regularly It occurs regularly in equal interval of time. It occurs regularly in equal intervals of time. This is time. As I said you, to complete one oscillation, whatever the distance covered by these particles or waves is nothing but the phase. Here this is one complete cycle. In this wave, this is one complete cycle from here to here. This is one complete cycle of a wave. Okay, this complete cycle is known as phase. This complete cycle is known as phase. Okay, and you just observe carefully in equal interval of time. In equal interval of time, phi remains constant. Okay, phi remains constant in equal intervals of time. And coming to our next topic, you just copy this, write in your notebook. Don't take the screenshot తీసుకోకండి, నోట్బుక్లో రాసుకోండి. స్క్రీన్షాట్ తీసుకుంటే అవి ఎక్కడే పోతాయి. ఓకే, అండ్ if x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0, substitute in this equation x of 0, 0 is equal to a sin of k into 0 will be 0 minus omega into 0 will be 0 plus 5. Here this y of 0, 0 is equal to a sin of 5. If this phi is also equal to 0, sin 0 will be 0. Then there is no waveform. That means whenever this phi is equal to 0, we can call this phi as initial phase angle. For example, I have the waveform. This is the waveform I have. Okay, at x equals to 0, this is a point where x equals to 0 and also t is equal to 0. Okay, at this point there is no waveform. If this phi is also equal to 0, there is no waveform and it is said to be initial phase angle. Phase is nothing but the distance covered by the particle or the wave to complete one oscillation or to complete one cycle of a wave. Okay, and coming to our next topic, wavelength and wave number. Wavelength is a minimum distance between two points having same phase angle, having same phase. This wavelength is denoted with lambda. This wavelength lambda is nothing but the minimum distance between two points having same phase. You just carefully observe this wave. At these points, phase remains constant. Okay, so this is the equilibrium position of the particle. Okay, here the distance, amplitude remains constant at this point and also phase also remains constant. Why? Because this is the distance travelled by the wave and this is the distance travelled by the wave from the equilibrium position. Okay, here the phase remains constant and also time period also remains constant. Between two cycles, time period also remains constant. And this wavelength is nothing but the distance between these points. The wavelength is nothing but the distance between two points where the phase remains constant. And you can also observe here also phase remains constant at this point and at this point. Phase will be same, phase remains constant and this distance is known as wavelength. and it is denoted with lambda. This is wavelength. And you can observe carefully the upward bump. The upward bumps are known as crests. Upward bumps ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిని ఏమంటారు? Crests. Crests అంటాం. Downward bumps ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిని ఏమంటారు? Throws. ఓకే, డౌన్వర్డ్ బంప్స్ ఏమైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిని థ్రోస్ అంటారు. ఓకేనా? అండ్ వన్ మోర్ డెఫినేషన్ ఫర్ దిస్ వేవ్లెంత్ ఈస్ ద మినిమం డిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ the distance between two consecutive crests or throws. Another definition, or the distance between two consecutive crests or throws. Consecutive crests or throws is known as wavelength. And in this equation, if phi is equals to 0, then y of x comma t is equal to a sin of kx minus omega t, and phi is equals to 0. Okay, now consider that t is also equals to 0. Then this y of x comma 0, t is equals to 0, therefore substituted 0 in place of t, which is equal to a sin of kx. Omega into 0 will be 0. You just observe this carefully. Here we left with sine function in the direction of the wave. We know that the sine function repeats its value. At 2 pi distance. Okay. For example, this is a circle I have, and this is 0 degrees. Sine 0 is 0, and this is 180 degrees. If the particle move from this point to this point, that means it covered 180 degrees. Then sine 180 is nothing but sine pi is also equals to 0. This will be sine 270 degrees, which is equals to minus 1, and sine 90 is equals to 1. Okay, so what I told just now, the sine function repeats its value after 2 pi change in its angle. Pi is nothing but 180 degrees. Multiply this pi with the 2, it will be 360 degrees. Just observe this one. If the particle moved from here to here, it had covered 180 degrees, and then after it moved this distance, it had covered this distance. That means it covered totally 360 degrees. From here to here 180, and from here to here 180, totally 360 degrees. So at this point we have 0. Sine 0 will be 0. The value of sine 0 at this point will be 0. So after covering this 360 degrees, the sine function repeats its value. And you just take this point. After covering 360 degrees, it repeats its value. And you also take this point. After covering 180 degrees, it repeats this value. After covering 180 degrees, it repeats its value. Right? And this distance will be 2 pi. And if the particle traveled for one time, that is n equals to 1. Okay, this will be 2 pi. And if it traveled for 2 times, it will be 2 into 2 pi. If it traveled for 3 times, it will be 3 into 2 pi. That means this 2 pi is a multiple of n. This n is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Okay, Nana? So this sine function repeats its value at 2n pi. This sine function repeats its value at 2n pi. Alright, therefore this sine function repeats, you just write the complete sentence, sine function repeats its value at 2n pi. Therefore from this equation, if this is equation 1, from equation 1, a sin kx is equal to a sin kx plus 2n pi. చూడండి, నేను ఇక్కడ యాడ్ చేశాను నేను 2n పైని. ఎందుకు అంటే ఈ kx దగ్గర, అంటే ఈ సైన్ ఫంక్షన్ సైన్ థీటా అనుకోండి, సైన్ థీటా, ది సైన్ థీటా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు సైన్ థీటా ప్లస్ 2n పై నానా. ఓకే, దట్ మీన్స్ దిస్ థీటా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు థీటా ప్లస్ 2n పై. రెండు కూడా ఈక్వల్, ఎందుకంటే సైన్ ఫంక్షన్ రిపీట్ అవుతుంది, ఈక్వల్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఈ వాల్యూ దగ్గర సైన్ ఫంక్షన్ వాల్యూస్ ఏముంటున్నాయి, ఈక్వల్ ఉంటున్నాయి. కాబట్టి నేను ఇలా రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, సో ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్ దిస్ kx, బిఫోర్ రైటింగ్ దిస్ I want to take common this k. A sin of kx equals to a sin of k, I want to take common k into x plus 2n pi. ఇక్కడ మనకి k లేదు కాబట్టి డివైడెడ్ బై k. ఓకేనా, ఈ k ని లోపల తీసుకెళ్తే ఏమైతే అన్నాను, kx ప్లస్ k 2n pi బై k వస్తుంది. k క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది, మళ్ళీ మనకి సేమ్ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, నౌ దిస్ x ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు x plus 2n pi by k. Okay, you have to copy in your notebook. This x is nothing but the displacement at x points, and here the displacement at, write the definition, complete sentence, the displacement at x plus 2n pi by k points. Okay, displacement x దగ్గర displacement x plus 2n pi by k దగ్గర ఈక్వల్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా, now this 2n pi by k, I am taking this 2n pi by k, and if the cycle from in a wave, I am taking a single cycle. For single cycle n is equal to 1. For complete rotation, for one complete rotation n is equal to 1. Therefore this 2 pi by k, this 2n pi by k will become 2 pi by k, and n equals to 1 substitute చేసిన. This 2 pi by k is nothing but lambda, wavelength. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఈక్వేషన్లో రాయండి, x equal to x plus lambda, values are same at x and x plus lambda. Okay, now so this lambda is nothing but 2 pi by k, which is a wavelength. This is the equation for wavelength. Now from this equation you can write the equation for wave number k. K is the wave number, and from this equation number 2, what is equation number 2? Lambda equals to 2 pi by k, and from this equation k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. These two equations are important equations. Okay, this is the equation for wavelength, and this is the equation for wave number. And this wave number is also known as propagation constant. Propagation constant. Okay, as the wavelength is constant, this 2 pi is a value, is a number, is also constant. Both these terms are constant. This k is nothing but a constant, which is a propagation constant. So what is propagating? Wave is propagating. Therefore, this k is a propagation constant of a wave, and the SI units of this propagation constant is, the units for 2 pi is radian, and units for lambda. Lambda is nothing but wave length. It's a length. We can measure the length in meters, right? Therefore, the units are radian per meter for this propagation constant. These are the SI units. And next topic is, we are going to find out the time period, angular frequency, and frequency of a wave. Time period of a wave, frequency of a wave, and angular frequency of a wave. Time period is nothing but time required to complete, the time taken by the particle to complete one oscillation. Time period, angular frequency, and frequency. See, this lecture is very important one. Why? Because all the terminologies, whatever involved in deriving or in defining this wave, are going to explain in this lecture only. ఈ లెక్చర్లోనే మనం వేవ్స్ని డిఫైన్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేసే టర్మినాలజీస్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో అవి నేర్చుకుంటున్నాం. మళ్ళీ ఇవి నేను ఎక్కడ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇవ్వను వీటికి, కాబట్టి ఈ లెక్చర్ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇది జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. అందుకే నేను కాస్త నిదానంగా చెప్పుకుంటే వెళ్తున్నాను. ఓకే, నౌ కమింగ్ టు ద టైం పీరియడ్. దిస్ ఈజ్ రిప్రజెంటెడ్ బై క్యాపిటల్ T. Angular frequency is represented with omega. Frequency is represented with mu. First of all, I am going to discuss this time period. This time period is nothing but the time taken to complete one oscillation. I had already taught you that particle oscillates about its equilibrium position. So, as the particles are displacing from its equilibrium position, particle is displacing from its equilibrium position, right? This is the equilibrium position where the particle oscillates about its equilibrium position. Initially, the particle is here. Because of this disturbance, the particle moves to this point, and then after to this point, and then after it comes to its equilibrium position, right? So, as I told you in simple harmonic motion chapter, in simple harmonic motion, the single particle oscillate about its mean position. This is the mean position. Okay, this is one oscillation. So the time required to complete this one oscillation is nothing but time period. Okay, this is time period. And consider the sinusoidal wave. Consider the sinusoidal wave. Now, the particle displaces from its equilibrium position in a time t. The particles are displacing from its equilibrium position in time t, and if x is equal to 0 and phi is equal to 0, in the sinusoidal wave equation, this is the sinusoidal wave equation, just substitute these values. Y of 0 comma t, right? Whenever the particle oscillates in a time t and x equals to 0 and phi equals to 0, just substitute in this equation. We will have a sine of k into 0 will be 0 minus omega t plus phi. Phi is 0. Okay, and we know that sine of minus theta is nothing but minus sine theta, right, from mathematics. This equation is y of 0 comma t equals to minus a sine of omega t. Okay, here I have minus n, I just bring it out, we left with omega t. And what I am doing here, I am considering this equation minus of a sine of omega t. Okay, this will be equal to minus of a sine of omega, I am taking omega common, omega of t plus t. See here, sine function, the sine function repeats its value at 2 pi, repeats its value at 2 pi or 2n pi or 2n pi. And here at time t and also at t plus t, the sine function remains the same, remains constant. Therefore we can write this equation, we can equate both these functions, right? Now from this equation, this t, omega t equals to omega t plus omega capital T. Okay, now we know that the sine function repeats at 2n pi, and if n equals to 1, okay, we have 2 pi. This 2 pi is nothing but omega t here, and this omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Bring this towards left side. This is nothing but angular frequency. Angular frequency is 2 pi by t. 2 pi is radian, t is seconds. Therefore the SI units for angular frequency is radian per second. Radian per second. Radian per second. And coming to our frequency, coming to our topic, frequency. Next topic, frequency. Frequency mu is nothing but number of oscillations, oscillations per second. That is mu is equal to 1 by t. Okay, ఒక సెకండ్ లో ఎన్ని ఆసిలేషన్స్ చేస్తుంది అనేది ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ, జస్ట్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ. ఇది యాంగులర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ. ఓకేనా? సో హియర్ mu is equal to 1 by t and SI units are hertz, HERTZ, hertz nana. So this is hertz is nothing but per second, and here I had considered the transverse wave equation. And coming to the longitudinal wave equation, what is the longitudinal wave equation we have? In transverse wave equations, the particle direction and wave direction are perpendicular to each other, right? In transverse wave equation, for transverse wave, the particles and the wave direction, this is the wave direction, this is the particle direction, both these are perpendicular to each other, right? And coming to longitudinal wave, the particle direction, the displacement of the particle direction and wave direction, this is the wave direction and this is a particle direction, both these are parallel to each other. Here angle will be 0 degrees. And the wave equation is S of x comma t. S is nothing but the displacement, which is equal to a sine of kx minus omega t plus phi. Okay, you just simply replace this y of x comma t with s of x comma t. These are the terminologies involved in this wave equation. And in our next class I am going to discuss about the speed of a traveling wave and speed of a transverse wave on a stationary string. Okay, whoever didn't subscribe to my channel till now, whoever didn't subscribe, you please subscribe to my channel and also click on the like button. ఓకేనా? మీరు లైక్ బటన్ పై క్లిక్ చేస్తేనే నా వీడియోస్ ఎక్కువగా అందరికీ రీచ్ అవుతాయి. Okay, then after you please share with your friends. Just share with your friends. ఎవరికైనా అవసరం ఉంటే వాళ్ళు సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఐ నీడ్ 1K సబ్స్క్రైబర్ టు డూ లైవ్ లెక్చర్స్. నేను 1 షాట్ లెక్చర్స్ తీసుకుంటాను, లైవ్ లెక్చర్స్ తీసుకుంటాను. ఓకేనా? సో టు టేక్ లైవ్ లెక్చర్స్ I need 1K subscribers. I need 1K subscribers. I hope you people will share my lectures with your friends.